How to write outreach emails. Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we will be taking a look at how you can write outreach emails. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing that you might be wondering is, how do I know what are the target audiences for an outreach email? And is it still even effective to write an outreach email? So to answer those questions simply, outreach is still a very popular form of getting more people to interact with your content, website, or product. So, whatever you are trying to outreach with, whatever you are trying to get out there, may it be a website, a blog, or a product, you still can effectively grow your market and advertise using outreach. But there are quite a few things that you should keep in mind before you start writing the sample email. A lot of the times, people just go and type in a subject and go with a simple template, be like, hi. So, a lot of the times, people go on ahead and, go with templates which are super, super easy to recognize. They're like, hi, that person's name, which you are obviously going to extract from their email. And then it's like, check out our product for clear skin, or check out our website. We are posting about crypto and NFTs. And you might just be targeting the wrong audience, but you're also deterring anyone that would be interested in the product or service because they're going to see that you're just using a very basic template, and that is a no-go. So any basic template is a super no-no in outreach emails. You want to focus on the person you're sending the email to and orient it towards that person whenever you are doing outreach. So by this, I mean, you're going to start off with hi, and then you're going to talk about the other person. So you're going to be like, hi, I've seen your work on beauty. So instead of starting off basically pushing your product, you're going to start off with something like, hi, I've seen your work on beauty and skincare on YouTube, and I know that you're always trying out new products, and I wanted to send you a product for you to try out on your YouTube channel. That would be a better way to start your outreach. However, this is still not the ideal way. I still would recommend that you add one or two more lines focusing on the person that you are sending to. Now, before we get into the actual perfect way to send an outreach email, there are certain other things you need to keep in mind as well, such as who you are sending to. Now, there are a few top tips you need to keep in mind before you get started with a outreach campaign. Those include the right person for the right email. Now, if I want to collaborate with a business, and if I'm sending an email to their finance department, it is going to be useless. You need to contact the right person. So contact the people in marketing, sales, collaboration, or production. Those would be the relevant authorities that would actually relay that information in an effective manner. Secondly, you also want to make sure you have a good follow-up sequence. So make sure that whenever you're pitching something, and we're going to be discussing how you do the good pitch, but how do you build on your pitch? So you need to make sure you have a good follow-up sequence. And for a follow-up sequence, you need to understand what you're trying to do with the outreach campaign. What is the purpose of your campaign? So that is the thing that you need to ponder on before you start sending emails. Why are you outreaching? Why have you started this campaign? Are you prospecting different links? Do you want more shares? Do you want to collaborate with this person down the lane? So make sure you have a clear goal set in mind whenever you are starting a outreach campaign. Maybe the purpose of your outreach campaign is to get influencers to promote on their YouTube channel. Maybe it is to collaborate with other YouTubers. Maybe it is to get more traffic onto your blog post. Maybe it is to get more traffic onto your website or e-commerce store. So whatever is the goal, you need to keep that in mind whenever you are building the rest of your campaign. Don't just leave that out, because it is going to be the main director of how you are going to follow up with your pitch and how you're going to pitch to the people that you are reaching out to. Now, before you get into reaching out to people, you need to understand who are you trying to reach. And there are 4 levels of the influencer. First off, you have sharks. Now, sharks are people with huge audiences that have a diehard fan community. If I was to give some examples, it would be people like PewDiePie, Elon Musk, or other very, very large influencers that are going to be super hard to reach. These people are usually too difficult to target with a simple outreach email. The second level is big fish. Now, you may be able to reach these people with a nice email that is formulated very nicely, but not a template. But you still cannot ask these people for any kind of favors. They might, just give you a read or reply to you, but you can't really expect too much. Then you have small fish. So these people are promoting themselves. Their overall presence in the online community is relatively small, but they still are somewhat of a opinion holder. And then you have the bottom tier of influencers, which are just spawn influencers. These are people just starting out, and these people are even likely to reply to emails. Now, who are you targeting? The ideal target is going to be big fish and small fish. The reason for that is sharks are too difficult for you to contact. So that is why we're going to remove sharks, because they are going to be too difficult to contact. It is going to be too difficult for you to be able to reach them and garner any kind of, permanent audience with them, get them to promote your product or show your product in their video or whatever kind of content that they create. So that is why sharks are not a good option. Then you have spawn. Now, with spawn, these people are just reaching out or, creating content newly themselves. Even if they do promote your product or service or web page, their promotion is not going to help you at all because they already don't have their own audience. So these people don't have like a valuable opinion, or they are not as influential to actually have, any kind of say in the online community. So spawn are also irrelevant for your outreach campaign. For outreach, reaching out to small fish and big fish is going to be ideal. Now, next up, you need to build a strong pitch. So a strong pitch is very essential. As I told you guys, you want to talk about the other person first, and then you're going to talk about, if you're trying to provide a service, you're going to talk about that. So let's say that you can be like, hey, I've seen your work on skincare and beauty on YouTube. So you can just talk about, whatever they are passionate about or whatever you're trying to target. You can be like, I've seen your work on YouTube. I know you're passionate about the anti-acne campaign, and we have formulated some product, or I would like to formulate a product for you, whatever you're trying to sell to them or collaborate with them, whatever you're trying to do. But make sure you're focusing on them, and then you also give a few examples of how this is actually related to them, how your product, service, web page, blog post is relating to them, and why they should be interested. That is a very essential step in any outreach campaign. Now, after that, the next thing is to not spam with follow-ups. Now, don't send 5, 6, 7 follow-ups. If people are not replying to your outreach, that is because either you have ended up in their spam box, and that is because they have marked you as spam. Most mass email senders like MailChimp or any kind of emailing tool that you're going to use is going to show you the metrics, whether or not someone has opened your email or not. And if people are opening and choosing not to reply, that just means you should just send one follow-up or 2 follow-ups, and then after that you don't want to spam them, and that is very essential. So with a follow-up, I do recommend, sometimes people go on vacation and other stuff comes up, so they're not able to reach back, but in your first follow-up, you can just be like, hey, this is a friendly reminder if you've gotten our email and if you're interested. And the second follow-up could be a increased incentive. And this is how you formulate a email outreach campaign. So that was it for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will catch you guys in the next video.